back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews, the channel where bots get rated and fans get hyped. Oh yes! Now, I know I'm late to the party, but we're finally going to take a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe class. Solus Prime, the mother of all Transformers. I love this figure so freaking much. So let us take a closer look at this figure and we shall see if she is truly worth having in the collection. So let's go! Of course, before we take a look at the figure, we need to take a quick look at the packaging. And we have a nice, beautiful image of Solus Prime in her robot mode. I love the artwork on this box. And of course, you have her alt mode, which is pretty cool. I really dig that. Forget about the piece of paper in the box. Transformers Age of the Primes, the 13 Solus Prime. Awesome. 28 steps of transformation, more than meets the eye. Really great. And we have this side of the box, which has a full image of Solus Prime. Her name is Solus Prime. On the top, her name is Solus Prime. And on this other side of the box, we got some of the primes from the 13. We got Alchemist Prime, who is getting a figure in Wave 2, which is awesome. And then Micronus also getting a figure this year, and I'm very excited for that. And of course, Solus Prime, and yeah, this is the figure we're reviewing today. And on the top here, it says "Till all are one," which is very wise. She is indeed a deluxe class, and the obligatory product shots on the back with the robot mode, the vehicle mode, 28 steps, and of course the weapon and everything. And that is basically it for the packaging right here. And moving right along, here we have Solus Prime fully transformed into her Cybertronian truck mode. I think it looks like a truck, maybe, or a car or something, I don't know. But yes, we finally get a proper figure of Solus Prime in the main line, and I am so happy about this. Man, the fact that we're in 2025 and we're getting official figures of the 13 primes. Yes! Full-on transformable figures that look so good, and man, I'm so happy about this figure. I love this figure. I freaking love it. So yeah, here she is in her alt mode, and it's very cool looking alt mode. I really dig the alt mode here. I love the gold paint on the front right here. She's using 2 different shades of purple. You know, I mean, that's not a bad thing. I love that. Love the gold paint for the windows and windshields and everything. And a little silver right here, silver painted rims, gold paint on the back and everything, and got the visible skirt pieces and everything. So, and she does have some rolling wheels, so she can roll really well. So, yeah. Now, here's the interesting bit. I have a friend who would like to share some thoughts about Solus Prime's alt mode. So I would like to introduce my friend, and her name is ggprime217 from Instagram. If you haven't checked her out, please check her out on Instagram. Her name is ggprime217 because she's an awesome fan of Transformers. But anyway, so let's cut away to ggprime217's thoughts on Solus Prime's vehicle mode right here.
Hi guys, ggprime217 here, and here she is in her alt mode. It's this cute little Cybertronian truck form, and I really like it. It's very unique. I like that they went with the truck because I feel like that makes her stand out amongst most of the female Transformers. Typically they're like sports cars or jets. So I like this, especially with the design, the coloration with the gold. Very pretty. Now I do wish, if I could change anything, it would just be the size. Maybe she could have been a Voyager, just so her alt mode looks a little beefier. But other than that, that's just it. I don't have any complaints or any critiques, just minor nitpicks, and yeah, I really like her.
Oh, that's so cool, GG Prime. I absolutely love the fact that you are loving this alt mode. Really cool. I really agree with your opinion on this alt mode. Yeah, the alt mode is awesome. I absolutely love it as well. So, yeah. I mean, not much of a transformation. I mean, it's the legs are basically just folded back here, but still looks pretty dang good. Of course, I forgot to mention the gunmetal gray paint on the front grille right here, but yeah, nice molding detail all around as well, and I just absolutely love it. Really, really cool design of the alt mode here. Very nice, and it's also very solid. You know, everything just tabs in very solidly. It works very well. So, yeah. Now let's talk about the accessory. The one accessory that she comes with, and that is the Forge of Solus Prime. That is a very cool design of the Forge, and you can see her insignia right on top there, which is quite nice. Nice paintwork on the Forge as well, and you just have a little peg right here, so you can actually use that to store in robot mode. And yeah, now it actually comes in 3 different bits. So it comes in this bit that looks like a grenade or something. I don't know. And then it comes with the hammer here, and then of course the handle right here. And to make the whole hammer, you have to use this peg right here to plug into that port right there, and this little tiny peg will go into this tiny port right in there, and that's how you make the Forge, and that is awesome. So you can actually store this in the vehicle mode. There is a tab right in there, and there is a slot back here, so you just tab this Forge onto the vehicle like so, and it looks totally ridiculous, but hey, it is what it is. You know, it's weapon storage if you really want storage. Me personally, I don't care about weapon storage, so I don't really mind this at all, because it's weapon storage. It's weapon storage. But there we go. I'm gonna remove this hammer for a quick thing, because I'm gonna use it later in robot mode, more so. So let's bring in some size comparisons. You know, just because here is Solus Prime compared with Autobot Alita 1, you know, Optimus Prime's girlfriend from the Transformers franchise. So you can see how they look together. And here is Solus Prime compared with her wave mates from Age of the Primes. You can see how they scale with one another. Sorry, my camera is not centered. I need to make it centered. There we go. Alright, let me move you guys a little bit to right here. But yeah, you can see how the 3 figures from Age of the Primes look together so far. I still need Wasp. Still need to get Wasp later to complete the wave here. So anyway, let's move on. And there we go. There we have Solus Prime compared with Legacy United, Voyager class Cybertron, Vector Prime, and I don't know what that sound was. But anyway, was it him making that sound? I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, here we have the 2 primes that we have so far, and yeah, 2 down, 10 to go, because me personally, I'm not gonna get the Star Convoy, Star Optimus Prime, whatever you want to call him. I'm gonna use one of my Optimus Primes as the Arisen, so basically I have like 3 primes already. So, but yeah, you can see Vector Prime and Solus Prime together, which is quite nice. I love that. It's really cool. Can't wait to get the Prima Prime and Megatronus Prime, and of course Alchemist Prime. Can't wait to get the main primes, man. Ah, man, so excited to complete the collection of the 13. Well, I will have 12 primes from Age of the Primes, but again, I will use one of my Optimus Primes as the Arisen. So yeah, that's just my plan for the 13 primes. But there we go. That is pretty much it there. Wait, whoa. I got a couple more comparisons. Okay, so bear with me. So I will be right back. And there we go. There we have Age of the Prime, Solus Prime, compared with some Power of the Primes, Solus Prime figures. Yes, we did get figures of Solus Prime, but they were just very tiny Prime Masters here. So they just transform into Prime cores and everything. So yeah. So I have 3 Solus Primes, but you know which one I like better. This one. I like this so much better compared to these 2 things, you know. But there we go. That's pretty much it for the alt mode comparisons. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done with the alt mode itself. It looks awesome. I absolutely love the design. So let us transform Solus Prime into her robot mode. So first things first, you want to untab this panel right here. Just untab that, just bring it out a little bit, and then bring the arm down like so, and then untab the other side. Untab the other side, just untab that like so, and then bring the arm down like so. And at this point right now, you can flip out the fist like so, and then fold up this panel just like so, like that, and then flip out the other fist, like so, and then take this panel and just flip this up like so, and there we have her forearms pretty much all done and ready. So now you want to take this section here, just untab that, and bring all this up like so. It's on a double hinge like that, and then you can take this bit right here, and this will come over like so, and take this bit, bring it over like that, and then bring her arms back like so. Bring her arms back and bring the arms down, rotate it at the rotate the elbow rather, and so that everything is oriented properly for the arms. And then take this panel right here, you want to rotate this around like so, and there, that fills up that gap right there. And then just rotate this around, and this will fill up that gap. And then bring down the shoulder pad just like so, bring down the shoulder pad just like so, and pretty much we have the arms all done and ready. So now before we deal with the backpack, we need to deal with the legs here. So just take the legs, take the waist and rotate it 180 first, like so, and then bring up the skirt piece and get that out of the way. And now we can move to the legs here. So for the legs, it's pretty simple. So just untab this section here and just unfold the leg like that. Unfold it down like so. And then you want to rotate at the swivel here, and that will face at the front for you. And then take the wheel, flip this out, so it gives you the clearance to bring up the foot like so, because she has a pretty big heel spur there. So just bring the wheel back, and that would tap in right there. And there we have her leg pretty much all done and ready. Very simple. So just unfold the other leg, unfold that, and then rotate this around. Flip out the wheel, flip up the foot, and bring the wheel back. And there we have her legs pretty much all done and ready. Let me zoom out so you can actually see what I am doing here. And also I need to raise up the camera because she's getting tall here. Alright, so now we take the skirt piece here, just bring this down, and then take this section here, bring this up, and then rotate this around like so. Yeah. Anyway, just bring the skirt piece down and combine all three pieces together, and that makes a solid skirt piece there. And there we have that done. So now what we want to do here is we want to bring this back like so, and then fold this piece down like so. And at this point right now you can flip out the head like so. It can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. There we go. And then you take the backpack that will tab into those two tabs. And then there we go, two slots right there. Just make sure you line all that up. Just tab that in. And I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we're done. Woo! We are done. So there we go. There we have Solus Prime fully transformed into her robot mode. And I absolutely love her robot mode design. Really love it. Really cool. I really dig it. I'm so glad we got a full-on figure of Solus Prime in the main line, and she looks gorgeous. She looks absolutely freaking gorgeous. I dig it. I dig it. So, let's get in close here so we can take a look at the head sculpt. A nice head sculpt of Solus Prime. I love the green paint for the eyes, a little gold paint for the head crest there. And we got silver paint for the face. I love the fact that she looks like she has lips. And I love the fact that she has molded in hair, which is quite nice for Solus Prime. And yeah, very nicely done. And we got the chest detailing, you know, yeah. You got silver paint for the belly, the waist section here, or you know, the chest section there. And yeah, a little bit of gold has been revealed for robot mode, which is quite nice. And more gold revealed in robot mode on the waist piece right here, the skirt piece. And of course, silver paint for the toes and everything. And yeah, very nicely done. Silver paint for the thighs as well. And not much of a backpack, you know, it's just this car hood or vehicle hood. So yeah, so it's a pretty clean transformation. Yeah. Very nice. I dig it. I dig it. I love the fact that she's taking cues from multiple Solus Prime designs. You know, mainly the Machinima Wars cartoon design for Solus Prime, and I really dig that. I really like that. You know, the fusing all of the different designs of Solus Prime, which is cool. I love it. So, let's talk about the articulation with this figure. So as far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball joint. It can rotate a full 360. She can look up. She can't really look down. The shoulders can rotate a full 360. You do have outward movements, so you can move up the shoulder pad to accommodate that, which is nice. And she also has a butterfly joint due to transformation, which is quite nice as well. I do quite like that. Or sometimes it can be hard to put back. There we go. I just have to bring the backpack out, untab it, and then you can actually use the butterfly joint if you really want to. There is a swivel at the elbow. You do have an elbow joint right here, slightly under 90 degrees of bend. And do be careful with these panels because sometimes they can pop off. You know. They're very easy to pop off. They're just on friction hinges, but sometimes they're very easy to pop off. So, yeah. She does have a ball joint at the wrist, so she does have wrist swivels, which is quite nice. And the hands can move inward due to transformation. And there we go. She does have a waist rotation, which is nice. And the skirt piece can actually move out all the way to accommodate the leg movement, and that is just weird. That's just rude. Anyway, legs can move up that far, can move back that far. She can almost to the full splits. She does have a thigh rotation. She has technically a double jointed knee there due to transformation, but yeah, she does have that. She does have a swivel at the foot there, and she does have some ankle tiltage right there, and the feet can move that down due to transformation. So, I mean, okay, I gotta say this real quick. Now, there is an issue going around for Solus Prime where this section here pops off when you transform her. Thankfully, for my copy, it doesn't do that. They don't pop off. They're very nice, and they're nice and snug in there. And then when I rotate it, when I rotate these things, when I rotate the feet, they don't pop off. So which is nice. You know, I like my figures to not pop off when I transform them. So with my copy of Solus Prime, everything is solid. Well, except for these panels. These panels do still pop off, but still. The feet are nice and solid, so that's all well and good. But anyway, now I did introduce my friend ggprime217 earlier in the review, so let us cut away to her thoughts on the robot mode right here.
And as for my thoughts on the Transformers Age of the Primes Solus Prime figure, I feel like this is a long time coming for us Solus Prime fans, and they delivered. My personal favorite part of this figure is her design. It's just an amazing combination of all the Solus Prime designs from the past up to date, and she's just amazing. I mean, she has molded hair in the back, kind of like she did in the Covenant of Primus. The design, the coloration's very like IDW as well. Especially I love how they kept her blacksmith vibe to it, like her little skirt right here, adorable. And of course she has her Forge of Solus Prime. And in general, this I can't stop looking at her. She's amazing.
That's amazing, Gigi. I absolutely agree with your opinion on the robot mode here. I absolutely agree that Solus Prime looks gorgeous. She's just amazingly immaculate here. Really cool. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So let us now talk about how she wields her forge. That's right. Now, you can actually store the forge in robot mode. You have to flip out this peg right here, like so, and then you come back here, and there is a port right there. It's a very shallow port, but it can plug in there, so you can just plug it there, and there we go. You can store the forge in her robot mode. But of course, she needs to wield her weapon. So now you can actually have Solus hold in one hand. That's an option. But you can actually have her hold the forge in two hands. And the way to do this is pretty simple. So actually, before I move the hands here, you have to remove this this top portion of the hammer and just remove that, so you can actually feed the handle to the hands. So get the hands ready in position, and just feed this in, feed that through, and then feed the hand on top of that, like so. And there we go. And then you just plug this back on, just like so. Come on, plug that on. There we go. And there we go. There is Solus Prime wielding the forge. Oh, and she can hold it in two hands, which is so freaking cool. I absolutely love this option of holding the hammer in two hands. Yeah, this is my favorite pose right here. She can hold it in two hands, and that's awesome. So there we go. So let us bring in some size comparisons. Here is Solus Prime compared with Legacy Deluxe class Alita 1, so you can see how the two fembots look together. And here is Solus Prime compared with her two Aerialbot wave mates, Air Raid and Slingshot. So you can see how the three Deluxes look together. And there we go. There is Age of the Prime Solus Prime compared with two previous Solus Primes from Power of the Primes. You can see how they look together. Yeah, one Solus Prime is like colored like octo punches in a robot for some reason. Yeah, sure. And then the other Solus Prime is she was part of the I think she was included with Repugnus from Titan's Return. So yeah, but that's pretty much Prime Wars trilogy, figures. Anyway, so but yeah, as you can see, you can tell which figure I like better. That one. That one. Yes. This is the definitive Solus Prime figure as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, moving on to the last comparison for the day. And there you go. There we have Solus Prime compared with a fellow Prime, aka Vector Prime. As you can see how the two Primes look together, and they look really good together. They look quite good together. Yeah, I'm very excited to complete the 13 Primes here. So very nice indeed. So there we go. That is it for the robot mode comparisons. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Solus Prime. Now before I give out my final thoughts, I would like to invite another friend of mine to share some thoughts on this figure. So I'm going to bring in my friend Sofieticons from Instagram. So let us hear what she says about this figure. So take it away, Sophie.
Hey everyone, hey Jared. Thank you for inviting me here to talk about Solus Prime. Okay, so for those who don't know me, I'm Sophie. I post pictures and videos of me and my robots on Insta sometime. And you know, I'm actually still pretty new to the fandom. I actually got into it in 2024 thanks to Transformers 1, and I started collecting figures in December, I guess. Yeah, it will be in late December. So just a heads up, everything I'm about to say here comes from the perspective of a new fan who's still figuring things out. So yeah, let's talk about Solus Prime. I gotta admit this one thing though. I don't own a Solus Prime yet, but I've seen her in person before, and I have to say I'm really impressed by the quality of this figure of Solus Prime. She's really fun to pose. She got this pretty solid articulation. She got the, you know, the joint in her wrist. Oh, I'm sorry for my English, but yeah, I hope you guys understand me. And I really love the color for her, like the shade of purple. That I think there are 2 shades of purple that they use on her, and those 2 shades of purple are really so pretty. Looks very luxurious, at least in my opinion. And also, I believe that she's a deluxe class, right? For me, I personally love that because for people like me who tend to have smaller bags, Solus Prime is much more easier to carry around everywhere. I carry my figures everywhere with me. That means she's small enough to carry with me everywhere. It's like she fits in, you know. Then another thing that I like about her is her wrist joint, because, like, you know, they can move in. They got extra movement for posing her with the hammer as well, so I really like that. So yeah, you can pose her holding her hammer in a more dynamic ways, I guess, which, you know, kind of make it more fun for everyone. And I also love the skirt she got there. I don't know, I just like female Transformers having that skirt design. Armor? Skirt? I don't know what to call it. I really think it adds a nice touch of femininity to her overall look. It's like she's the only female Prime, right? So yeah. But like, for me, the best detail of this Solus Prime figure gotta be the hair details. Like, it's so amazing. I haven't seen anything like that in my other figures. It just really makes her stand out for me. That said, she's not perfect. I heard from some people that the quality control might be a bit of a gamble. I heard people getting a Solus Prime that got some parts just snapped out or falling out of nowhere. So yeah. While I do like the hammer she comes with, the current one is good, okay? But maybe a slightly bigger hammer would make her look even more, like, you know, imposing, like give her more presence. I don't know how to say it actually, but yeah, it will take her to the next level for me. Overall, I think Solus Prime is a really beautiful and fun figure to have, especially for fans who love strong female characters like me. I definitely will buy her sooner or later. And yeah, that's all I got for Solus Prime this time.
Now, isn't that just amazing, the fact that both of my friends, ggprime217 and Sofieticons on Instagram, came on here to do this review with me, and that is super awesome. I love the fact that we have a collab oriented review of Solus Prime. But anyway, as far as Solus Prime goes, I absolutely love this figure. Really well done. The robot mode looks great. I love her design. Even the alt mode looks pretty dang cool. I really love the design of the alt mode as well. She does have some things that can pop off, like these panels on the forearms. That's my one nitpick about this figure, that I wish those panels could stay a little bit more solidly. You know, at least the feet don't pop off, which is fantastic. Yay. She's got good articulation as well, so really nicely done here. Good amount of paint. I like the amount of paint that she has. Nice silver paint and gold paint and everything. So yeah, so I don't got any complaints. I don't have any complaints as far as the paint goes. The transformation is actually pretty smooth, pretty enjoyable. Flipping the head out can be a little bit fiddly, but I wasn't frustrated messing with this figure. So yeah, fun figure to transform back and forth as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, honestly, really well done figure from Hasbro. They did a really good job. And of course the forge, very nice. I do agree with my friend ggprime217. She mentioned when she was showing off the alt mode, she actually mentioned that she wished that she was a Voyager. She wished Solus Prime was a Voyager. I mean, yes, I do kind of agree with that. Yeah, she's a bit small for a Prime. But again, it really doesn't matter because she is gorgeous. Solus Prime is gorgeous. It's absolutely great deluxe figure. Definitely one of my favorites from Age of the Primes, or in general, you know. Yeah, really love her. Really love this figure. Really well done. So if I were to rank this gal from a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm gonna give her a solid 9 out of 10. Really well done. Just wish those panels could stop popping off. The arm panels. That's my one main nitpick here. But other than that, a solid figure, and I definitely recommend this to anyone who really wants to collect the 13 primes. Get her now. But anyway, so I think that's pretty much it for today's video review. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching this collab oriented review featuring my friends ggprime217 and Sofieticons. They are absolutely amazing people. Please do follow them on Instagram. I will post the links to their accounts in the description down below. That would be very much appreciated. Please go support them. Please support them. Go show them your love and support, please. And of course, make sure to click that like button down below if you enjoyed this collab oriented review. And of course, if you want to see more reviews like this, be sure to click that subscribe button down below. And while you're at it, click that notification bell icon down below as well, so that you will never miss any of my future videos. And you can always check out my Age of the Primes playlist for any videos that may have missed. So I will post a link to that playlist in the description down below. And I think that's pretty much it for me to say. So there you have the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Solus Prime. And this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out to all one, and I'll see you guys next time. Solus Prime, yeah! Alida, the viewers must subscribe to support the cause.
Optimus, they know that, but sometimes you've gotta ask with style. Hey you, yeah, you watching. Smash that subscribe button, or Prime is giving a speech. Again.
I heard that.
Good. Now hit the button before he starts quoting the Covenant of Primus.